No matter who you are or where you live, if your passion is hunting, then make your dreams come true. Join us on a great safari and adventure as we traverse 5 continents in search of world's finest hunting trophies. Join the best professional hunters in the world in search for the best trophy animals. You will experience unforgettable hunting adventures and international cultures that few people on Earth get to know. Share the thrill of the ultimate challenge to promote the sustained use of world's greatest renewable resources, wildlife conservation, and fair chase hunting. Feel the excitement, share the passion, join the experience of the ultimate adventure that this world has to offer. Let safari season take you there.
We are located in the eastern part of the European continent. A small country is situated right here, which has preserved its virgin wildlife throughout the centuries. Bulgaria is amongst the first countries established in Europe and the only one that kept its name unchanged in the last 13 centuries. In addition to this, the majority of flora and fauna were preserved here and remained unscathed by human expansion throughout the continent because its territory covers 3 biogeographic regions: the Alpine, Black Sea side, and the continental one. The country's geology and specific microclimate features are the main reasons behind that versatility of species, natural habitats, and ecosystems. This is the paradise of Western European hunters that have lost their virgin nature long ago. In today's episode, we will accompany a group of hunters from France. They will be hunting up in the Elena Balkan, in the territories of a hunting reserve that stretch over an area of 18,500 hectares and cover from the lush meadows located low at the foot of the mountain to the high rocky peaks that shelter eagles and some of the last alpine ibex representatives. The numerous well-maintained game fields provide year-round food to almost all animal species known in Bulgaria. Throughout the years, the populations of the main hunt species increased, being the reason for the acquired exceptional trophies of fallow deer, roebucks, wild boar, and reindeer. Was the shot accurate? Did I measure the distance well? These type of questions keep torturing the hunter in the moments of uncertainty before the hunting guide takes a look at the traces. The adrenaline keeps rushing in the blood, and with every heartbeat makes you run after the wounded animal. The consciousness becomes blurred with frenzy and could mislead you and force you to make an error, but the experienced hunter in you would make you wait, give the animal some time to take a break and lie down. Every minute passing squeezes its last remaining forces out of its wound. Then they will load it up and get it home. Well done!
Bravo. Hier, ja. Da. Ja. I'm sorry, I shot so quick, but...
The immaculate shot had caused abundant blood loss, and it was not long before finding the dead body of the red deer fallen next to a tree. The magnificent trophy had a rich crown and symmetrically located deviations. The animal was in the bloom of its youth, and its antlers were among the best in the mountainous region of the Elena Balkan.
Yeah, I make this because I have no choice.
12 and a half, 13.
Because so he comes in and he hurts the hairs.
Locating, stalking, and shooting at such a large animal required from the hunting guides year-round care after the does, feeding and giving them access to the regions of the hunting reserve where they were about to be protected from the poachers' encroachments. The many years of care after the animals were paying back with a stable population of adult animals of qualities worth a trophy. The great trophy lying in front of us evidenced the work well done by the forestry workers. The large, massive antlers and the big body of the male provided it with one of the locations most visited by hinds. Every year in September, underneath these trees, real gladiator battles took place, and their winners had the right to reign over that place rich in food and convenient for mating. That trophy animal had left tens of offspring carrying its genes. In the forests rich in game, the hunter could get a trophy of his life as well as the necessary delicacy for having a treat on the occasion of his success. These small piglets appeared as if ordered from some 100 meters in front of the car. We do not even have to carry them from afar.
I wanted to shoot here.
The aim moved a little bit downwards and totally slaughtered it.
Good yum yum. That's why I wanted to shoot here, because I want to put it on the roast.
Beautiful nature and clean rivers full of fish are amongst the things that make hunters visit this heavenly piece of earth over and over again. The location of the hunting home of the reserve is at the crystal clear river mouth that merges with the Jokovci Dam. It shelters the hunters after every tiresome outing and gives them coziness and warmth. After freezing mornings, the warm jacuzzi, sauna, massage, or relaxing training in the swimming pool, a hunter could regain his shape for a memorable photo session with his friends in the green meadow in front of the hunting home.
So see here, this is important to show here, because that makes the weight. Very quick.
It didn't take you long to decide that.
No. When I saw him coming out, already I know.
That's mine. Or it's stuck.
The great climate conditions and the abundant pastures are the prerequisites for a mouflon growing population that means a rich selection of animals with good trophy qualities. The hunting hides built near the feeding locations provide convenient position for game observation. From these noise and thermal insulated premises made of wood at 10 to 15 meters above the ground, a hunter is capable of hunting year-round. The approaching roar of the mating fallow deer was soon about to make mouflons run away from the feeding racks. The twisted horns do not like being near aggressive fallow deer. Once it is almost dark, when the light is quite insufficient for shooting, one fallow deer appears. The animal is too young. The next morning, the sticky fog covers up with its ghostly blanket the forests and fields. The hunters are looking forward to the forthcoming hunt and hold their breath to hear the deer's mating call. Nevertheless, in the early morning, the hunter and the hunting guide could see only aggressively inclined fallow deer. It seems the stags had taken over the forest and had chased the mouflons away from it. While looking at the moist earth for fresh traces, Jean-Luc and his hunting guide are headed along the forest pathway while looking for the large mouflon. Even though fallow deer do not like these northern slopes of the Elena Balkan and avoid the shadowy and cold places, their roaring could be heard from everywhere. It's a well-known fact that fallow deer are strongly attached to their habitats from the southern side of the Balkans, but in case of food and water shortage, just like during the rut season, they undertake roaming observed every year by the hunting guides in the reserve. The strong males move mostly alone or in pairs. Their rut period starts from the middle of October, and at certain locations where they love mating, tens of fallow deer gather. The battles between equal-footed stags are exceptionally aggressive and often result in the death of one or both opponents. Mating continues until the end of November, and as you can see, it can coincide with the rut season of reindeer. In these rare cases, inside the forest, you can hear in addition to the throaty roar of fallow deer, the distant powerful roar of the reindeer. The fallow deer is named after the spade-like antlers. It is significantly smaller than the reindeer, but its body is robust and thick, and its legs are short but very strong. During battle, when antlers lock in with the opponent's ones, legs are the factor that predetermines the winner. During our tour, we witnessed something unique. Red deer are still fighting. Fortunately, we will catch the end of the reindeer rut season. Nobody expected such huge luck. We're lucky enough to witness fallow deer's mating games too. This is a rare phenomenon when the two events overlap, and years ago we would have said that it's even impossible. But now, considering the climate change, we witness it as a fact. According to the generally accepted opinion, the fallow deer originate from the Mediterranean islands of the southwestern coastline of the Sea of Marmara, south of Asia Minor, and northwestern Africa. According to scientists, the fallow deer got extinct from the Bulgarian lands 10 centuries ago, together with the last lions. And it was not before the beginning of the last century when its accommodation began. In Bulgaria, it was reintroduced around 70 years ago, but has been reared in the open air in the last 25 to 30 years. It's claimed that the first introduced fallow deer was brought to Bulgaria in the Krichim Palace by King Ferdinand I of Bulgaria, but the discovered golden utensils being part of the Panegyriște treasure demonstrate this animal was present long before that. Amidst the ceremonial golden utensils that were left by the ancient Thracian king Seuthes III, we could see a chalice masterfully decorated with a fallow deer head. These golden utensils date back to more than 2,400 years ago, meaning the Thracians used to hunt that species long before the officially recognized period of its dissemination in Europe. Is it possible for the ancient Thracians who arrived from the northeast 3,500 years ago to have brought with themselves during their migration from Asia Minor that hunting species preferred by them? Maybe this means some of the first fallow deer representatives in Europe started from these lands. More than 25 centuries set us apart from the hunting achievements of the skillful Thracian hunters. But nature is the same, and here everybody could sense the history with which the land is inhabited by the first Europeans and Thracian tribes is soaked. The fallow deer's throaty roar has chased away the mouflons from their usual habitats. The mouflons had disappeared. We were looking at each small meadow for the twisted horned animals, but in vain. After a nearly 3-hour march, we decided to hide in another hunting hide built at the forest's edge. In a vast meadow overgrown with ferns, and almost immediately after us, 2 mouflons got cautiously out of the forest. Stefan, our hunting guide with his sharp eyesight and many years of experience, immaculately defined the better trophy and signaled to the hunter. The second is very large, over 90 centimeters. That one has twisted horns, but the other has wider. Stefan gave Jean-Luc the green twig just like the customs go, in order to honor the killed animal. One of them is placed inside its mouth so that it has food during its last transition to the happy hunting ground, and another soaked with its blood is gifted to the hunter so that Lady Luck backs him all the way. At the hunting home's yard, Jean-Luc witnessed one of the stages of processing his trophy. Boiling up in the skull at high temperature makes it possible to eliminate the soft tissues without injuring the skull and the jaw. Then the trophy should dry out before the final assessment. Enchanted by the handsome trophy acquired by Jean-Luc, Dave was fast and immediately headed to find his mouflon. We couldn't believe our eyes. Along the mountain slope, a mouflon with exceptionally beautiful horns was slowly descending. Bendita, the hunting goddess, was benevolent to the French hunters. The mouflon, without suspecting our presence, kept observing us, and with every other meter was approaching our secure shooting distance. Even though the hunting hide is noise insulated, the animal sensed us through the slightly open window. Would Bendita leave us with empty hands because of our careless attitude towards hunting? The sounds we had accidentally emitted made the wild animal freeze on the spot, gazing at us. The food habits the hunting guide had developed in the game made it adamantly approach the feeding rack. It looks very nice, yes. That time, the mouflon clearly sensed the noises coming from the hunting hide and rushed overhead to the forest. Dave reacted immediately and made a shot to the mouflon disappearing amidst the ferns.
Check out him. Yes, you got it. Good job.
Despite our doubts of the shot's precision in such a difficult situation, we all trusted Dave, inspired by his belief in his good shooting, and impatiently waited for the result of our hunting guide's checkup. The result of that almost impossible shot was there, an exceptionally beautiful and symmetric trophy worthy of the master who took it down. The trophy is very good.
Very symmetrical.
So far in the episode, we witnessed the worthy performance of the French hunters. We saw shooting down exceptional hunting trophies of reindeer and mouflons. Yet there are several days ahead of us to see the way a group of hunters would successfully end the large game hunting that was started in the Elena Balkan.
company. Feel the excitement, feel the danger, share the adventure.